Hey cuties! So, I was actually sitting down just now to film a short. I was not planning on filming a full video right now because Rosalind sent me these natural nail tips. So they're basically just like Gel X nail tips, full cover tips, but you kind of basically just put them on and you're done because they've already got like the natural look to them. I was actually interested in trying some full cover tips like this, and I was looking into them on Amazon, and right when I was looking into them, they sent me an email like the next day asking me if I want to try them. Is that sus or what? No, I'm kidding. They're spying on me. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so I was just gonna make a quick short trying these, doing like one hand with them, but then I posted my video today, the Beatles video, and you guys were showing me so much love, which thank you. I love you guys. You guys are the best. You literally, your comments keep me posting and keep me filming. So I figured that you guys would probably appreciate a full video more than a short, even if it is just a quick, simple one. So that's what I'm gonna do. We are going to try doing our nails with these natural nail tips from Rosalind, and we're going to see how easy it makes it, and if these are like the way to go if you're like a busy woman. You know, if you're a busy woman, you don't got time to spend 3 hours doing your nails. You just need boom, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, done, and you have a cute ass manicure. So yeah, and I'm just thinking, like, the first time I actually got my nails done, it was something really simple that looked like this, and it was like $55. And this set of tips, I'm not completely sure how much it costs. I'll stick the price on the screen here, but I definitely know it is cheaper than $55. And there's 200 pieces in here, so you should be able to do your nails technically 20 times if you like file down the other sizes that don't fit. So I think that that's an epic deal if these are good. So yeah, I'm excited to try these out. I think it's gonna be fun. So let's do it. Okay, so we are going to do this step by step. My videos are pretty much tutorials all the time because I mean you can see what I'm doing, but in this video I think I'm gonna really try to do like step by step how I'm gonna do this, so that really if you want to make your nails exactly like this, it'll be really easy for you to follow. At least that is the goal. Step 1. Check out this epic packaging. Okay, I'm just a sucker for anything colorful and shiny, and this is epic. So shiny. I literally could look at this forever. It says it comes with 5 more sizes than usual. I'm honestly not that versed on how much usually comes in a package of like full cover tips. But yeah, I think that this is definitely a lot of size choices. Wow. Okay. There's 20 different sizes in here. Usually I think there's only like 11, right? That's crazy. There's 20 different sizes in here. What? Hold up. Okay, so I got this other package of full cover tips from Rosalind, and this one only comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so a regular like package of full cover tips like these comes with 12 size choices. Okay, so that's like what you'd usually be getting. But then these come with 20 size choices. Honestly, I don't know whether or not to be happy about that or not, because first of all, that's cool because there's definitely probably going to be some that fit you perfectly if there's that many size choices. But the downside, I feel like, is that you're going to have a lot left over that don't fit you. But I guess you can just file them down, the ones that don't fit perfectly. Okay. So step 1 complete, we open the package. Step 2 is to size them out. All right, so I'm only gonna be doing one hand today also, by the way. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna size it out. And when you're sizing it out, you wanna make sure that it fits sidewall to sidewall and that it fits your cuticle. And this one is a little bit too big around my cuticle. It's a little too square. So I'm going to take my file and I'm actually just going to file the edges a little bit to make it a little bit more rounded so that it fits my nail better. And the better that the tip fits your nail and the closer that you can get it to being perfect, the longer that the nails are going to last you. Because if it's too big or too small, then it's going to cause it to not be sealed properly, and then you're going to get lifting, and then you're going to get popping off. And definitely as a beginner, I got a lot of popping off, and honestly, some of my nails still do pop off from time to time because I'm not a professional, but it definitely gets better with time. Okay, so I think that one fits basically perfectly. So I'm just going to continue sizing all the rest out just like I did this one. All right, so we've got them all perfectly sized out. So step 2, to size them out perfectly, is complete. Okay, so step number 2 is going to be to prep our tips. And honestly, I looked at the directions, and the directions for these tips don't actually say that you need to prep these tips. I don't know if they're pre-etched or not, but they are like matte. So I don't know. I just prefer to prep my tips because I would just say to prep them anyway, just because if you can do anything that is going to make them last longer, then you definitely want to do that. So there's 2 different ways that you can prep them. The first way, which is the one I prefer, is to take my primer, and this is just a primer that I bought on Amazon. So take some of the primer and rub it into the nail tip where the tip is going to meet your natural nail. And this is just going to kind of like etch it so that it holds onto your nail better. And then obviously you're going to want to let that dry before you put it on. The second way that you can etch your nails to prep them is to use your file or your e-file. And this is a great way if you don't have primer, but I would totally suggest just investing in a good primer, because the only reason that I don't really prefer to do this way is because it does create a lot of dust. All you're going to want to do if you're etching it with your e-file is just put it on a low setting, like literally like 2 is fine, and then just file the tip where it's going to meet your natural nail. And boom, it's prepped. I would also then take like a little brush and like brush off the dust. Dust or any debris that gets stuck underneath your nail when you cure it on can also cause it not to last as long and to lift or pop off. So I'm just going to continue prepping the rest of these tips using my primer. Okay, so now that all my tips are etched, I'm just going to move those to the side. And the next step, what is this? Step number 4 or 3? Step number 4. Step number 4 is to buff your nails. Okay, we're going to pretend that these are my natural nails because I actually have a layer of hard gel on them, because I refill the layer of hard gel on my nails every time that I remove a set, because I change my nails very often and I'm not that great with the e-file yet, and I don't want to cause too much damage to my natural nail. So I just always keep like a nice base between my natural nail and my set. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a buffer like this or a normal file, but you just want to make sure that you're being very gentle with a normal file because a regular file is a bit more rough. So I'm just going to take my buffer and we're just going to lightly remove all of the shine from this nail. Shine gone. So then we're going to want to do that for all of the rest of them as well. And just remember that if you are doing these on your natural nail, that you are being gentle. You're not trying to file down your nail. You're just trying to lightly scrape them just to remove any of the shine and kind of create a rough base for the tip to adhere to. Okay, so that step is complete. And at this point, you could push back your cuticles as well with the cuticle pusher, but my cuticles are pretty much already taken care of because I change my sets so often. But if you were to push your cuticles back, you would just take like a cuticle pusher like this and just lightly push back any of like that dead skin off of your nail plate so that it doesn't cause any lifting for your tips. And you just want to be gentle with this. You don't want to get too carried away. Okay, then we are going to dehydrate our nails and remove any oils. So the way that I do this is first I use 91% isopropyl alcohol, and this is like a large bottle. It's 32 fluid ounces. It's lasted me literally like a couple months now at this point, and it still has more than half left. And I do my nails literally like 2 times a week. And I think it was only $3 from Walmart. So totally a great investment if you want to do your nails. 91% isopropyl alcohol. Get it. It's worth it. It'll make your nails last longer. So I put mine in this little dispenser bottle. You don't have to use like a fancy nail wipe or anything. You could just use a piece of paper towel, just like cut up. That's what I used to do when I first started doing my nails. But you could also invest in some lint-free nail wipes. So you're just going to want to wipe all of your nails off with the isopropyl alcohol to get rid of any of the oils, because again, oils will cause them to lift. One of our number one goals is for these to be secure and last as long as possible, as if you got them in a salon and as if they were like acrylic. Okay, and then if you wipe them off with 91% isopropyl alcohol, this part is kind of unnecessary, but I also go in with my dehydrator just to be like extra careful there's no moisture on my nails. Also because I'm totally terrified of getting like greenies, which is caused when you have moisture stuck under your nails. So I just take my nail prep dehydrator. If you invest in a primer, then it usually also comes with a dehydrator, and I just put a generous amount of dehydrator over all of my nails. Okay, so now they're all roughed up, all dehydrated, and we are ready to put our base coat. Also, sorry, if you hear like this, my charm bracelet like banging against the glass, that's what that noise is. Also, I made this charm bracelet and I love it. Anyway, back on track. So we're going to put a layer of base coat on all of our nails. You don't need to like goop it on, just like a thin, good, even layer will do. Also, I always flash cure my thumb for like 10 seconds before I go on to the rest of my nails. So that's just like a flash cure, not a full cure, just so that when I'm doing the other nails and my thumb is kind of to the side like this, it doesn't start moving into my side walls. If it does get a little bit in your side walls or cuticle though, because I know that I definitely got it flooded in my side walls and cuticles a lot when I first started, and I still do even to this day, to be honest. What you want to do is just have a little dish or cup with some 91% alcohol in it and take a little nail brush and just wipe the gel out of your cuticle or sidewall before you cure it. Because again, flooded cuticles and sidewalls will cause lifting, and we don't want that. So I'm actually curing for 5 seconds in between each nail, just because why not? And now we're gonna give it a full 1 minute cure. Okay, so now we've got that base coat on there, and it is time to apply these tips. I'm gonna be doing this with the help of my little UV gooseneck lamp. And this isn't totally necessary to have, but I would honestly recommend it because it is really hard to hold the tip on your nail and stick it in the UV lamp. If you are just using like a regular big UV lamp like this though, you can just like stick it on and stick it like in front of the UV lamp as much as you can, because the UV light will reach it, but I just find that really hard to do, so I like using my gooseneck lamp. So I just want to let you know I'm going to have that set up over here. And to put these on, I'm going to be using the Rosalind's nail glue gel. But you could basically use any nail glue gel that you have if you already have some. But you do want to make sure that it's nail glue gel and not just like regular gel polish, because there is a difference. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. And I'm noticing that these don't have too much of a C-curve, so we're not going to need too much extra gel to fill them. So I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to wipe it on the side of the bottle to get off all the excess. And I'm going to put a thin layer everywhere where the tip is going to meet my nail, just like kind of eyeballing it. Then I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to take a little bit of the extra gel and I'm going to wipe it down here at the edge so that it fills in that extra space, because the nail tip is curved, to give it extra strength. And I think I might need a tiny bit more. Honestly, the amount that you put on the edge really takes some getting used to and some practice. And honestly, I don't even do full cover tips enough to get it right every time. So this might be too much. But then you're just going to take the tip, you're going to push it down into your cuticle and push it down. I don't think that was enough glue gel because I do have a big air bubble. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to take my nail wipe with some alcohol, and I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to try again. You can try as many times as you need to, okay? There's no one telling you that you have to get it right the first time. Don't get discouraged. I'm not going to lie, this shit is kind of hard, okay? It's kind of hard to get it perfect. So let's try again, and this time I'm going to put a little extra. Oh shoot, this stuff is really liquidy. It just dripped on my thing. Oops, add a little bit more to make up for that. I'm used to working with really long tips, so this is kind of hard. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, all right, it's fine. It's fine, we can do this, we can do this, it's okay. What's happening right now with it dripping on my table before I can get it to my nail is definitely why I do prefer to use nail glue gels that are a bit thicker, but I figured I'd use this one since it's the same brand and they're probably like kind of made for each other, hopefully. So, bruh, what is this, like the third time I've tried? I can't even make a proper tutorial without things going wrong. Come on now. Come on now. Okay, let's try one more time. And I'm gonna try to maybe not put it all at the end like that. I'm gonna try to put it more in the center so that it doesn't like drip out so easily. And then I'm really gonna try to not hold it upside down for so long. Okay. Okay, there we go. See how a bunch spilled out on the side? That's fine. I'm just gonna take my wipe and I'm gonna wipe that off before I cure it. And now I'm gonna stick it into my gooseneck lamp to flash cure it. Whew. Okay, it's on. I'm not gonna lie, that was not the easiest time I've ever had putting a tip on, and I think it kind of has a little bit of a white mark from the alcohol, but that's fine because we can wipe it off. All right, so yeah, I think that was definitely not the easiest time I've ever had just because it's really short and it was kind of hard for me to hold on to it. I'm like used to using these really long tips, but yeah, it definitely wasn't hard, I would say. Definitely not too hard. But also, I'm just gonna put some alcohol in this dish. And I'm going to take one of my nail art brushes and I'm going to use it to like clean up the sidewalls a little bit. Because when you flash cure it on, I found that sometimes you can still clean up the edges a bit, even if the nail is pretty much secure. And there we go. We got one nail. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same process for the rest of them now and get all these bad boys on. Okay, so now that they're all flash cured on there, they're on there secure, but they need to be cured in a big UV lamp for 90 seconds. And you want to make sure that you're curing them a bit longer too, because these tips are clear enough that it is going to cure all the way, but they are a bit opaque. So it is going to take a bit longer, I think, to cure all the way. I did notice while I was flash curing them, I was having to flash cure them for a bit longer because they were flash curing a bit slower. So yeah, I'm gonna cure these for 90 seconds now and I'll be back. So if you did a really great job applying these and you didn't get any spillage around the cuticles and you are happy with this, how they are right now, matte, nude, simple, cute, fresh, clean girl look, then you can be done right here. And that literally only took like 20 minutes max. Plus I was filming, so it probably took longer than it needed to, and it didn't cost like $100. So you could be done right here and it would look super cute. And people would probably think that you got your nails done at the salon. But since I wasn't that great and I did get a tiny bit of spillage around my cuticles and I kind of want to do a little bit of nail art because I'm feeling kind of spooky, we're gonna do a few extra things. So first of all, if you did get a bit of spillage around your cuticle, then you're going to want to file that. And you can use a regular file, but I'm going to use my e-file just because it's a bit easier to do with an e-file, in my opinion. And I'm going to be using my dust collector. So this dust collector just helps ensure that I can like keep my space a bit cleaner and also helps me not to inhale any of the nail dust. This is also super important if you're going to want to be doing acrylic nails, because if you're doing acrylic nails and you're filing a lot of acrylic, you're definitely going to want to invest in a dust collector. This one was from Amazon and it was only like 30 bucks. Totally worth it for healthy lungs, and you're also going to want to wear a mask. But since I'm just doing a bit of filing around my cuticles, I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm just going to use my dust collector. So let's get to it. Oh, and also I remembered that this is a new sanding band and I forgot to prep it, but this is what I do to all of my sanding bands before I use them. I take another file and I file the edge of the sanding band so that it's dull and it doesn't slice my cuticles as I file my nails. Boom. And now we can continue. And I forgot to do this part when I first took them off the forms, but you're going to want to take your file and gently file where the nail came off the form, because there is usually like a little like leftover piece that you just want to like get rid of. Also use this to make them look more sharp if you want, or more rounded. I'm just making mine look a tiny bit more sharp. And then dust them off. You can also wash your hands at this point to get rid of any of the dust, but I just do my best to dust it all off so I don't get any extra moisture. Okay, so like I was saying, these would be cute just putting a top coat on it like this. If you didn't want to do any nail art, you could also stick some stickers or some charms and be done super quick. But I'm kind of feeling like doing some simple spooky nail art. I'm trying to take advantage of the spooky season while it's here, if you feel me. So I'm just going to take some alcohol and wipe the tips off with them to get rid of any moisture and dust, because we are going to go in with another base coat. And the alcohol sometimes does leave a bit of a white residue when you wipe the tips with them, but it should disappear when we put the base coat on. At least in my experience, that's normally what happens. So let's see. Yeah, it disappears, so don't worry about it. And I was kind of messy when I did the base coat that time because I was trying to get rid of the residue. So I'm just going to take my brush, dip it in a little bit of the alcohol, and clean up the sides before I cure it, or flash cure it. And then I'm just going to flash cure it for 10 seconds and then put the base coat on all the rest of them. Ooh, they look actually so pretty shiny like this now that they're glossy from the base coat. That looks totally cute. Oh my goodness. It looks super clean, you know? Clean and classy. But we're gonna do some nail art. Alright, so I'm gonna take out my white French tip gel because it was still out on my desk from when I did these nails. We're gonna do some nail art. So first, okay, let's see. Okay, so I want to make this nail art pretty simple. Okay, nothing too crazy. So I want to kind of create like a little ghost French tip thingy. And whenever I'm doing nail art, I always use the isopropyl alcohol to clean it up if I make a mistake. Usually you never want to use acetone because acetone breaks down gel. 91% alcohol is your friend, you guys. It is your friend. Okay, so I think that's good for the little ghost. And I really hope that this layer of white is not too thick, because when I did my other nails, it was a bit too thick and it didn't cure all the way and it started like wrinkling. So I'll probably have to cure this for 90 seconds at the end. I'm gonna cure this for like 30 seconds before I put the face. All right, and then I'm just gonna take some black gel polish that I have from a different set. And I'm gonna take my dotting tool and make a little face on this guy. I don't like that. I don't like it. But that's okay, because if you don't like it, guess what? You can wipe it off with some alcohol and try again. I think I need a smaller dotting tool, so I'm going to use a smaller dotting tool. And I still don't know if I like that. The eyes still feel too big to me. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. One more time. I don't really want him to look scary though. I think I'm gonna give him a little smile instead. So for that, I'm gonna take out one of my liner brushes, dip it in some alcohol first, just to like kind of clean it off. One tip I can give you about doing intricate or like any nail art really is to kind of like anchor your thumb like this, because me personally, I'm a very shaky person. I drink a lot of caffeine. And that really does not help me when I'm trying to do nail art. Okay, I actually came to the conclusion that he's better without any mouth at all. He looks pretty cute like that. So now I'm gonna go into the middle finger, and I think for the middle finger, I'm going to try to do a little heart web, and I'm just gonna put some of the white on my palette. There we go. Bro, I kid you not, every single time I wear makeup, I feel like there's something in my eye. It's so annoying. And then I have to keep rubbing it, and then that messes up my makeup. Almost perfect. And then I'm gonna do the little web part. So I was touching up the spider web kind of off camera closer to my face, and I may have gotten a bit carried away with all of the lines, but it's fine because I think it still looks cute. All right, it's still cute. So I think to kind of add a little bit of balance, we're gonna need a lot of white on this nail, and I think I might actually just go ahead and put another ghost, but this time coming up from the top. I don't know. Let's test my idea. All right. Okay, I guess this ghost is just gonna be a little bit bigger, but that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna be good. Oh, just gonna add the eyes. I'm gonna make these eyes a little bigger. Okay, yeah, I think that they're a little bit cuter with the bigger eyes. I think that they're still missing something, and I think that we need to add little arms. I think little arms would make them look even cuter. Cuter already, bro. That's so cute. I love that. And a little arm over here for this guy as well. All of this angle is really weird. Okay. Cute. Yep, I think that the arms added so much. They look so much cuter now, I feel like. So now I just gotta figure out what to do with the pinky and the thumb. I'm getting quite lazy, I must say. I think I'm just gonna do some simple drips on the pinky. I think drips are pretty classic to any spooky look. So I just start with a dotting tool and just put the drips where you want them to be. Like that. And then you want to take your liner brush with some white on it and connect the drips to the top. And then also add like the little white top. Not the best drips I've ever done, but drips nonetheless. And then for the pinky, I guess just to kind of bring the whole thing together, I'll do some drips coming down from the cuticle instead. This angle is very awkward for me. I am sorry. Okay, so there we go. And then actually, I'm not totally finished because I actually want to put a little black heart charm in the middle of this heart. So I'm just gonna take some of my rhinestone glue and put a little dot of it in the middle of the heart. This is my favorite rhinestone glue, by the way. Like, my rhinestones never come off when I use this rhinestone glue. Boom. It just didn't feel complete. And now I think that it is complete. So I'm going to cure this for a full 90 seconds and then we're going to top coat it. So I think these could totally look cute matte as well. But I'm honestly just a glossy top coat kind of girl, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to go ahead and top coat these using my glossy top coat. I just like when things are shiny. What can I say? All right, so here they are. They are all done. I'm just going to finish this off with some cuticle oil, put the hydration back into those cuticles. Yeah, these nails are definitely a lot shorter than I would normally wear now. I definitely got used to wearing very long nails. So this is not the ideal length for me, but I do think it's still so cute. And it's so funny, like comparing it to the first set of nails that I ever got. Like, I was so happy with those nails that I got at the salon. I literally thought that they were the best. I could not stop looking at them. And now looking at these and being like, wow, I did it myself at home and with like these super inexpensive supplies. It took like a while for me because I'm filming and I did nail art and everything. But honestly, like, this shouldn't take you long at all to do at home if you're just doing like the nude tips. But if you do want to do some extra nail art, it might take a little while longer. But I love doing it. It's like art. It's therapeutic. I love spending time doing nail art, and then you just get to go around looking at this cute ass nail art on your nails, and that just makes me so happy. And so I want everybody to be able to do that, which is why I think that this method is absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna link everything down below that I used if you want to try it out yourself. I'm super happy with these. They're so cute and they feel so strong. And I think that they're going to last a long time, although I'm probably going to take them off in like a week to do my nails again, but I'm going to enjoy them while I have them on. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was kind of an unplanned one, but I hope you enjoyed it and you're happy I did it. And if you did, you could, like punch that like button. It would help me out so much. Just kick them in the face, kick that like button in the face. Okay, that's a little violent. Just hit that like button and it would help me out a lot. And for every subscriber, that's another subscriber, and subscribing would also help me out so much, and I would love it if you did that. But I love you anyway, even if you don't. And definitely come back and visit me again like next week so we can do some more nails together. I hope that you are having the most beautiful day and that you are enjoying every single second moment of your life, because it is precious and you should cherish it. You are cherishable. Cherish it. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, cutie. Mwah.